Hello, everybody. Rav Nadav here and Meg Bernstein. We want to share with you a little bit about what's coming up in the next couple of months, what we're so excited about. And one of the things I'm excited about is Meg herself. You may know Meg as Ron's successor, as our ritual assistant, and now she's Amanda's successor as our interim engagement director. So I hope you get to know Meg in all of the different facets of the way she serves our congregation and builds it up. I want to let you know about some of the things that are coming up, that please pay attention to the details in the emails and on our website. Meg?
So the first thing we have coming up is Refugee Shabbat. That will be taking place on February 26th. This time around, we have Patty Ressler-Billion coming in to speak with us about her work helping to resettle Afghani refugees. That should be really interesting. She's been doing amazing work with them.
That is this coming Saturday. And then the next weekend, we have the Rosenberg Scholar in Residence Weekend. We've been waiting years and waiting for this particular scholar to come and be with us. And it's Deborah Sachs-Mintz. If you're not aware, maybe the most exciting development in conservative Judaism in the last 5 to 10 years has been the development of music and prayer, and going seriously into nigunim and wordless melodies, the combination of melody and music within prayer itself. Deborah Sachs-Mintz is one of the great leaders internationally in this. She has, through the Hadar Rising Song Institute and her own work. She'll be with here on Thursday night for a davening workshop, which is in person only. And if you're comfortable going out at this time, an amazing opportunity to go deeper into our connection with tefillah and our hearts. And then it continues with everything hybrid after Thursday night. We have an amazing Kabbalat Shabbat service and warm-ups and her teachings leading up to it on Friday night, again, both in person and streaming. Saturday morning, she'll be leading the service, Devar Torah, introducing new melodies, don't miss it. And Saturday after services, we'll have a lunch here. She'll be then teaching, again, both online and streaming, and Saturday night, a Melavah Malka concert, streamed and in person. And that's just the weekend after this one. Soon enough, we'll be at Purim. I hope you saw the announcement that we made. This year, Rabbi Winston and I decided just to try, after a couple of hard years where people have felt disconnected, let's model being connected by combining for Purim this year. And we're doing it both with children's activities and with, and of course, with the Megillah reading itself. So on Sunday, March 13th at 2:30 p.m. in County Farm Park, from 2:30 to 4:30, we'll have a living Megillah walk. If it's freezing cold, I think it'll be a living Megillah run from character to character through the forest from the Megillah. There'll also be kids' activities and games. And then on March 16th, Erev Purim from 6:30 p.m. and on. And this year, we'll do it at Temple Beth Emeth. If we decide to combine in future years, then we'll come to this sanctuary. And we'll have a family-friendly Megillah reading with a spiel. And if you're interested in participating, let me know right away. And we'll get a combined cast, followed by a traditional Megillah reading that same evening. So please look at the announcements for that coming up so soon.
And then after that, if you're keeping track, this will be the weekend of March 18th and 19th. That is the 100th anniversary of the Bat Mitzvah. Beth Israel will be hosting a women's Shabbat on Saturday morning. I intend to fill the bima with as many strong Jewish women, and everyone who identifies as a woman is welcome to participate and attend the service. And then directly following that is the Rabbi's Law Session.
If you haven't been coming, and I thank everyone who has been, once a month I do issues in contemporary Jewish law. It's a passion of mine, and it's been fun presentation. And after that women's centenary service, what we're going to do is I'm going to teach on a very important topic in Jewish law. It's called Kol Isha Erva. It's whether men shouldn't be hearing women's voices or not. What's the origin of this use of compartmentalizing and separating out women, particularly in the modern period and in recent times? Is that really halachic? Was its origin? And we're going to be examining it in that session. So that is all on March 19th. Soon enough, a week later, March 26th is our first Serenity Shabbat. It's a topic and issue I'm passionate about. It's a Shabbat in which anyone who is in recovery from substance use or abuse and addiction, or knows someone, or is in a family, most of us are, with someone with that, a service that would be comfortable and speak to the experiences that they're going through. And so that is our first Serenity Shabbat, will be March 26th. And it's for everybody to come to, but it's a service that will definitely speak to to folks in that situation, with the themes and spiritual topics that are so close to Torah and to that issue. In addition to that, on April 14th, the Thursday night before the Friday night for Seder, I'm going to do a Serenity Seder, a sober Seder here at the synagogue. So the night before the first official Seder, and it's going to be a Seder that follows through those themes. Anyone who's in recovery, has gone through recovery, has a family member in recovery, has a friend who's in recovery, that wants to be part of a Seder that is essentially going through the steps of recovery, please join us. It's something I've always wanted to do, and it's something we're putting together this year. And that's on April 14th, and that takes us to April 23rd.
So if that wasn't enough to get you back into the synagogue, on April 23rd, we have a special Shabbat honoring Ron Sussman, my illustrious predecessor, and one of our most beloved congregation members. I invite anyone who's ever studied with Ron to come and possibly participate, but at least come here to honor him because he's done so much for us.
And speaking of participating in the service, we'll close with this, which is, I hope when you get a chance, you'll check out not only our YouTube channel, which has all kinds of things, past services, past sermons, but also the Beth Israel website. Little bit by little bit, we add things, especially to the front page of the website, and links for all kinds of rewarding content. One of those is a link to participating in the service. You can participate for a service a year from now if you wish. So everything is laid out really clearly for you to sign yourself up. And there's a link on the homepage of our homepage to get to it. There are other things you will find. You'll find links to our YouTube channel. You'll find links to my podcasts. And so the podcasts include classes I've done on Jewish law and a woman's right to choose, and other issues in Jewish law, as well as sermons I've given recently on bell hooks and Exodus, Robert Bly, and seeing Genesis through Robert Bly's eyes, my passion and devotion to sewing, believe it or not, and all kinds of different topics from the sermons and teachings I've been doing. You can also link to the podcast there. And there are other things on there. If you're interested ahead of time about how we do bar bat mitzvahs here, there's an FAQ that has a lot of rewarding information. You will find information about life cycle events and death and dying. What happens when a loved one is sick? What are the Jewish steps to think about? What through the entire process? I put my own words and my own descriptions of those very important and deep times so that you have connections to all of that found on the website and increasing content. So with that, I want to thank you for your patience in hearing all these things. Pay attention to the emails and the communications that have the details of all of it. And finally, if you are comfortable starting at this time, being in person in places, we hope that you will make us a priority to be in person in this. I know this is a virtual background, but I want for you it to be a real background so that you can come into the sanctuary and do this. So virtual backgrounds become real life. We welcome you back to the synagogue and all of our wonderful events. We'll see you soon.